viewers, this is Satellite Media. Mr. Chinedu, I want you to quickly respond to the issue that has come to front burner yesterday. You understand that the Foreign Affairs Minister of Finland had engagement with Nigerian counterpart in Abuja yesterday, where Finnish government gave assurance that the legal proceeding involving Simon Ekpa is on top gear and will soon be concluded. Are we likely going to see a Simon Ekpa being extradited from Finland to Nigeria, or extraordinary rendition like Nnamdi Kanu?
The fact we need to understand here is very clear, that Simon Ekpa has already denounced his citizenship of this country, Nigeria. And by so doing, I don't think they have any right, to engage in that pending, because I still strongly believe that the extraditory treaty need to be looked into, to see whether actually such moves will be possible. And if you look at what Simon Ekpa, you don't tell me that Simon Ekpa is not ignorant of what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, and he knows that at the end of the day, it has no implication to the extent of threatening, his agitation for restoration of Biafra. For me, I think if it is not financially induced, for that kind of statement to come out from somebody who attended a program here in Abuja, in Nigeria, coming out to issue that kind of statement, I don't think it was all properly formalized by the British Finnish government, in that regard. So let us see how the thing is going to unfold at the end of the day. We are expecting that Simon Ekpa should be able to, by now, have access to such information and prepare his own side of the story at the end of the day. This is not the first time. I can remember there was a time too, he was interrogated by the Finnish security agencies, and in less than a few hours from then, he was also released. But the fact we're trying to understand here, is that Simon Ekpa is going to be, if possible, they are going to push this into an extent. Is he going to be tried here in Nigeria, or is he going to be tried in Finland? And for me, I think the process should be where the alleged offense was committed, which is Finland. I don't think that there's any move so far to bring him down to Nigeria, because there will be, it has to be a thorough legal process, that will power whatever they want to do in terms of, trying to bring him back to Nigeria to face process they feel that they are going to initiate in the court for him. So, but the fact is that what Simon Ekpa is saying, the bottom line of it is that, there was a country, and the country existed, and there's need, for the world, the international community, to look into, the ceasefire between Nigeria and Biafra war constitutionally, and look at it from that angle. The self-determination is enshrined in the international court, in the United Nations. Is a right, is a right of every indigenous people to agitate for self-determination. So it's not a crime. But the way the federal government is going about it makes it look as if, Simon Ekpa committed any crime. For me, he did not commit any crime. What he's asking for the world is to look into the alleged maltreatment and killing, powered by the agencies of this country, security agencies, and it has come to a point that there's need for the world to be alerted on the development. So the fact is, whatever the Finnish ambassador is saying in that regard, or if I'm correct.
Sorry, because as we are saying it, I'm just looking at what even Simon Ekpa is saying, that he posted a picture of the Foreign Affairs Minister saying the Finnish Foreign Affairs Minister is a very happy and positive lady. Full stop. Just check out the smile. He said, oh yeah, the Afonjas and frustrated criminals and terrorists in Nigeria, over to you. It looks as if the man is not even bothered about the whole issue of Nigerian government having conversation with the minister, foreign affairs minister from Finland in Abuja.
He married a Finnish woman, and he has closely worked with the Finnish government to an extent that he was able to secure an educational scholarship for Biafrans once Biafra is restored at the end of the day. So he has done a lot of network in that regard, trying to get the Finnish government understanding and support in the restoration of Biafra, and that to an extent, that was why they allowed him to become a citizen of that country. And you know that also Finland also played a prominent role during the Nigeria Biafran War, where they were seen as major players in terms of giving aid to over 7 million Kwashokor Biafran children as at that time, and some other things they contributed, during that war that added a lot of impact, on trying to resuscitate and also give a green light to people who were victims of that war at that time, in terms of support, in terms of aids, in terms of several things and all that, and they also Red Cross, the activities was also recorded, and credibility was also given to Finland as at that time. So coming to that point where he's trying to tell you, that's why I made it very clearly, he might be the ambassador might be talking from the angle of being induced, or you understand, or being pressured, to make that kind of statement. And you look at that statement he made, he was not actually specific, whether the direction, the process is going to take at the end of the day. She just said that the Finnish government is going to look into the allegations, that the federal government of Nigeria is making against Mazen Simon Ekpa in that regard. So it was not very clearly, because if they want to embark on that process, I'm telling you, somewhere along the line, they are going to be frustrated by the Finnish government, because before you do that, there should be a kind of extraditory agreement or treaty that have existed before between Nigeria and the Finnish government. If there's nothing like that, they will find it very difficult, unless they want to, go the way of Nnamdi Kanu. And you can see, finally, the federal government lost in that court, because Nnamdi Kanu, they didn't go through the process of rendition. Let me put it that way, because Kenya, you are looking at, is part of the Commonwealth nations, and for you to do that, you either instruct them to take him back to London, where the alleged offense was committed, before the process of extradition would take place. But you can see it happen in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and in the case of Simon Ekpa, I believe sincerely that the Finnish government are not going to even listen to Nigeria in that regard, because self-determination is a right, not even a privilege.
Okay, let us look at it from the angle of whether Nigerian government have extradition treaty with Finland, because it's not on record that Nigerian government enjoy extradition treaty with Finland. I don't know whether they will initiate the process because of Simon Ekpa, but again, we understand that Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. That has been established by Court of Appeal in Nigeria. In the event that federal government is not able to legally achieve bringing Simon Ekpa to Nigeria, do you think they could opt for option of extraordinary rendition?
No, the option will not
And
be.
if they opt for that, do you think they can succeed?
Because everything has to be legally processed. It's not about how you feel, or human opinion. It has to do with the processes. It has to be legal. If they actually want to embark on that. So the only thing I feel they can do at this point in time, is to initiate a court process in Finland. And if they actually do that, of course, at the end of the day, they will not have any room, any space, legally and otherwise, to bring back Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria to answer the alleged charges against him. But what the Finnish government would do, if they feel, that Simon Ekpa should face any process, or court process in that regard, I think it should be done in Finland. But that notwithstanding, the truth still remains is that agitation is guaranteed both in the international and the national law.
Okay, now finally on this, looking at Nnamdi Kanu's travel, there is currently move to having relief politically, and we see another one. Do I say embattle Simon Ekpa? What is the hope of Biafra actualization in the face of travel involving the two leading lights in the cause of Biafra agitation?
You can see that Simon Ekpa network is growing, trying to get the nations, countries, that are very important in restoration of Biafra. He has been using international loan lobbyists. He has been talking to so many countries. He has been enjoying the footprint, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left behind, trying to leverage on that to get the attention of world leaders to support that. So Biafran reality is not something anybody can doubt at the moment, because I think to an extent it has gone worldwide. And if there's any nation around the world want to initiate sovereignty for, I think it's going to be Biafra any moment from now.
I must say a very thank you for your time, Mr. Chinedu Michael. Thank you very much. We hope to have you next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is Satellite Media.